Good evening. Welcome to the Godbrain Games HTML font change tutorial that you have to use CSS with, just because HTML5 doesn't have its own font changing, apparatus or setup. But no matter, we got you. Okay, so here's the final product of what we'll be building. We have two different samples because there are five groups of fonts. So we have one sample from each of the main groups, and then we have the secondary fonts here. This one's pretty cool. You probably see a lot of that. So yeah, in one of the secondary fonts examples, I wanted to put a secondary font example because it might be like a whole different form or something like that. So I wanted to make sure we covered that tonight instead of finding out the hard way or whatever. Alright, so let's get started. So they actually have a full screen feature that we can use, or we can't use. That's a copy button, so no. What's it called? Alright, let's go. So base fonts you already saw. So you've already seen opening tags, closing tags, if you know. So it's just an add-on to the opening tag, and luckily you don't have to put anything in the closing tag as well, but it's just equal, and then just this setup right here. I'll stop moving my cursor around because that's probably hard to read, but yeah. So style equal sign, put it in quotations, and then that. Alright, so let me, hopefully it doesn't, yeah. Alright, so this is it's funny, in tutorials, whatever, like sometimes you complain or like, I don't know, wish they did it something like a little bit differently, but if I'm the one doing it, you know what I mean? It's like, man, I don't like that guy either. So alright, so here's currently where we are in the tutorial. That's what I was saying, like I can make this tutorial so much easier. So currently here's where we are in the serif font, whatever, and just one line under the sans serif. Please forgive me on how to say this and correct me if you know a better way to say it, because I'm just a layman, you know what I mean? I can code it for you, but you might have to tell me how to say it, man. Alright, so I'll just put this one line under, boom, that's sans serif again. Well, that's sans serif different from serif, so I'm sure that means something a lot. I mean, it's something big, but anyways, monospace. And they do. I've seen a page that has some of the samples of the, like, I guess different types of fonts that each class has, and there's at least 5, so, or 5 or 4 for each one. So, boom, worth checking out. That's monospace right here. And alright, you get the gist. Cursive was interesting. I expected cursive to be like, like looped cursive off the bat, but it wasn't. But there's some cool stuff in it. Anyways, so here are the secondary fonts that we'll do next. I'll find a better way to keep this code cleaner. I tried to, and I'll check everyone's, or I'll check people's GitHub just see what your code looks like as well, so I know what clean code looks like in your world as well too. But yeah, so anyways, here's the secondary fonts, and it's still style, equal sign, quotation, font family, and then same old thing. Like, there's no difference. So luckily, the I guess compiler, but I guess all of HTML, I guess there we go. The syntax doesn't require you to say which family it was from. I was afraid it was going to be a add-on, like every time we do Times New Roman, instead of just Times New Roman, I thought it'd be monospace Times New Roman, if that's the family. I mean, I love fonts, but after a while, that might, get tedious if you have to go that deep for each one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that's not the case. And 5 degrees of separation, so thank you to whoever didn't make that happen. And that could be our first line of the secondary fonts. So thank you. Let me get myself out the way. Probably permanently. Boom. Alright. Thank you. In Times New Roman, example B, I don't know. I'll say Super Bowl, but burgers. Everyone likes food. Monaco, SC. This one's pretty cool. That's not a secondary font, but still a cool font. Alright, so here's where we are, the SC. And I don't know, second to last one. Just be second. And that's what I'll probably be using a lot of this Lucida. Alright, so you get the gist. Like and subscribe, and I'll be making a font list. I'll try and make it at least like 10 before I stop hunting down different fonts. And I'll put that on my GitHub and hopefully website. It exists, and I'll put it on there, but so much more stuff to do. So yeah, if you have any preferences or any tutorial choices that you want me to do out of anything you see me do, let me know. Alright, have a good night, and happy Halloween. Alright.